So again, this morning's practice, more of an inward journey to begin the practice this morning. Again, I'm going to lead with a child's pose, toes together, knees wide. Lots of different options again. That blanket behind the knee crease just gives yourself a little bit more space, tucking your toes under, padding up the knees, or again, just taking a bolster, legs can go out wide and bent, and just hugging in the bolster, making sure that wherever you come down, you're able to rest your forehead to either a block or your mat. So wiggling in, hips back towards the heels, supporting the head. Just allow yourself to come into the practice. As you settle here, feel the support of your mat. Feel the support of the earth underneath your mat. And perhaps notice a nice steady breath. Inhaling in and out through the nose. And knowing that even when life feels unstable, you always have the ability to come to your mat, to sit in a chair, to sit out in nature, and let the breath do the quiet work to settle your nervous system, to quiet your mind, to find a little bit of peace and maybe solitude this morning. Your arms can be in any position that serves you. Soften through the rigidness of your jawline and soften your face. Notice if the shoulders are still tight up around the neck and the head. Can you just release them a little bit closer to the mat? We sit this morning in our practice with Annie in Minneapolis, with Pam sitting with her hospital, her husband in the hospital again this week, and with Barb and with Pinky and their daughter's health and rehabilitation. And while the world cries around us, it's not that there's nothing we can do. It's not like we're sinking into our mat to cover our heads. We come to our mat to clear our minds and to choose how we are going to handle whatever a crisis comes up, so that we can do it with a clear mind and a nervous system that is not in fight or flight, even though that's the first thing that we want to do. So take 3 nice long inhales and exhales. I invite you to let the exhales maybe be 2 seconds longer. So a nice breath in for 3 or 4, and maybe just a release of that breath for 5 or 6. On your next inhale, slightly raise the head if you're using any type of a prop underneath the forehead. Release that. Maybe now bring the forehead back down towards the mat. Extend the arms long towards the top of your mat. Again, use this as an opportunity to sink the chest, sink the shoulders, open up the soft tissue under the arms. Drawing in one more breath here. As you're ready to bring in a little bit of light, walk the right hand towards the right knee. Take that right hand across the mat to the left, coming into a thread the needle pose here. So the right arm palm is up to receive. Shoulder rest, the head rest on the temple. And again, if you want to bring in a block or a pillow for the head, keep the hips back towards the heels. Beginning to rotate the heart a little more open and not as guarded as we had it in the child's pose. Deepening the breath so that it fills the side body and the back body. One more breath here. And then we'll push in slightly into the left palm so that we can release that right arm. Send it back to the top of the mat. And again, extend your child's pose long, feeling length into the entire spine. Spine that supports us each and every day, all movements. Pressing into the right hand slightly, we're going to draw the left hand down towards the left knee. Take it across the mat to the right and come into your thread the needle on this side. Again, stretching the left arm long to the side. Stretch the right arm up towards the top of the mat. Come to rest easy on the tip of the shoulder and on the temple. And again, use your breath here as we begin to revolve into the light, into the strength of our practice. Steady, fluid breath. We're here for 3. Pressing in slightly to the right hand so that we can release that left arm. One more time, extend the left arm up towards the top of the mat. Taking in a full breath. Take the hands and take them into a wide V here, changing the stretch just a little bit through the shoulders. Sliding them to a T position straight out from the arm socket. And finally, with your next inhale, down towards the heels beside the body, maybe resting on the back of the hands, palms up, and just let the shoulders round in. And then finally, sliding them back underneath the shoulders, press into the palms to lift the torso. Bring the knees together at center and shift yourself up into a tabletop position. And when you're in tabletop, again, I encourage you to pad up the knees and maybe for a little bit extra, keeping the toes tucked under. Arriving here, spreading the fingers wide so we have a nice base into the palms, pressing into the palms to round the back shoulder blades, tucking in the belly to support the spine, drawing in that breath. and letting it go. And then beginning to bring movement with that breath. So as you inhale fully, we drop the belly and arch the spine. Gaze towards the top of your mat. And then slowly with that exhale, curl it all in, press into the palms, tuck the chin, and tuck at the pelvis. Inhaling fully, return to that cow pose. Exhaling slowly, cat pose. Working both with the full breath. Knowing that you don't have to fix anything here. Just let the breath carry what the mind cannot solve right now. Maybe sway through the hips. If you're swaying or making circles, take it the opposite way. And then returning now to a neutral table with the toes tucked under, press into the palms, lift the hips up. Keep the knees bent here as we come into our first downward facing dog. Good. So as you press the palms into the mat, like you could send them to the top of the mat, notice how that presses the hips up towards the ceiling as you keep pressing through the palms. Send length into the arms, length into the spine, tailbone goes back towards the bottom of your mat. As the belly rests on the thighs, drop that head down to look at the knees, the thighs, releasing the head and the neck. We always think we have to hold so much up. This is your opportunity. This is your time. Use your breath to release. Shake the head yes and no, maybe a circle or two. And then dropping one heel closer to the mat, beginning to find extension through one leg. It doesn't matter which one. And then switch it over to the other. And then lightly just pedal on the feet out to begin to stretch through the back of the legs. Keep pressing the palms down and forward. Keep the head and neck nice, loose, and relaxed. Come up high on the balls of the feet. Bend the knees generously, walking the hands back to meet your feet. Hang in a forward fold. And here in your forward fold, feel free to cup elbows. Again, softening the face, the jaw, releasing the shoulders, letting the weight of the elbows bring some space into the spine. The release here of the head, lengthen the neck. Cupping elbows, switch forearms, other forearm on top. Again, drop those arms down towards the mat. And then slowly returning the hands to the mat. One last time, allow the head and the arms to dangle. And then we'll slowly roll ourselves up to a standing position, nice and slow, head and shoulders, the last to arrive. Taking those shoulders up toward the ears and allowing the shoulder blades to squeeze behind you, dropping the shoulder heads down, arms beside the body, palms are out. Take a slight bend into the legs so we're not locking through the knees. Take a moment to shift the weight front to back. Heels to the balls of the feet. Balls of the feet to the heels. Right and left, one side and the other. Finding that equal distribution of weights. Interlace your palms right at the hip level. As we interlace, squeeze through the finger joints, just activating some circulation there. Stretch through those fingers as you open that palm, stretching thumbs away from the pinky finger. So again, it's just not interlacing palms. Every posture has a purpose. So just bringing some energy in the palms. Take a moment here. Close down your eyes. As you bring the palms up to heart center, set an intention there. Palms come up, elbows go wide. You're still squeezing through those shoulder blades, and the belly is supporting the spine. Whatever your intention is here, close to the heart, take a nice big breath. And as you exhale the breath, take the palms away from you, straight out in front as you drop your head round through your shoulders. As you press that intention away from you, take another inhale, send that intention up to the skies, to the heavens, stretch it nice and long. And then slowly on the exhale, arms come down, out beside the body, arms sweep behind you. If you can interlace again now, pressing through the fingers. If this is not available to you, grab for your wrists or your forearms. Wherever you are, we're going to send that down towards your mat and away from the body. So all of a sudden you're beginning to get this nice opening through the front of the shoulder tips, across the collarbone into the heart space. Use that to drop the head back, open the throat, open the jaw. Again, slight bend in the knees. Slowly releasing that, bring the hands back in front. Let's interlace other thumb on top. Exactly the same. Notice the hands, the wrist. Pull them apart as you interlace. Bring that to the heart space. Whatever you're carrying there, send it out in front of you. Send it out. Inhale, send it up. And exhale, release the arms. Let them come behind you. Squeeze the palms, send the fist down, send the fist away. Head is back. And keeping the chest, the shoulders, the throat, the face open here. Begin to bend the knees deeply. We're going to bring the ribs to the thighs first. Heart is still shining forward. Gaze still forward. Head still back as we begin to fold in and down. Let the arms float back overhead. Take the hands slowly, release them back down to the mat. Again, let the arms dangle here and release. Bringing the hands to the waist. Slowly bend the knees, straight spine, rise to stand. As you stand here, looking at the top of your mat, your drishti space, pick up that right leg, step it forward. Turn the back heel down and around so the back foot is slightly parallel to the back of your mat. Front foot, toes facing forward. Good. Begin to open up your hips to the side of your mat. Begin to bend into that front knee. Let's find warrior two. So gaze out over the front fingers. Continue to sink the pelvis down. A strong warrior here in the legs and in the hips. A light warrior in the heart. Take a full breath. And because I forgot Warrior Two second side on our video the other day, let's take from Warrior Two, find that half bind behind you. So the left arm comes behind the back and snuggles into the back body. Take the right arm, extend it up towards the ceiling. Keep the bend into the front knee. Keep weight into the back foot. And find your nice side bend here. Breathe here into the ribs, the full entire lung. And as you exhale, straighten that front leg. Send that top arm back further as you find that peaceful warrior. That warrior that still maintains strength. But again, heart lifts, heart opens, breath is full. Return now. Find your Warrior Two. Sink it down, soften. Side angle, forearm to the right thigh. Left arm extends straight up to the ceiling, maintaining that bend into the front knee, weight into the back foot. Gaze can be up at the thumb, a gaze can be down at your toe or down at the mat. Just make the neck happy. Take a full breath. Begin to bend through the front leg. Slide the right hand down the shin to a block to your mat, finding your version of Trikonasana, triangle pose. Again, open the heart. If the arm towards the ceiling isn't working for you, beautiful place to take that half bind again, using the back arm to help rotate that chest out to the side. Sliding the hand down, keeping the breath solid and fluid. One more breath. Slowly rising, coming back through Warrior Two. Last time on this side, again, set the hips down, reach the fingertips away from each other. Center your gaze now. Center your thoughts. Center your mind. Again, we always hear you can't solve everything, but you can choose how you respond. And that's our practice. Hands come to the waist. Pivot the right foot so that's slightly parallel to the front of your mat as we take it to the back of the mat. Left foot pivots, left toes pointing back. Arms extend out to the side, gazing over those fingertips as you begin to bend into the left knee. Sinking down here, different side of the body. So just we pay attention. We focus on sensation because that's our information, right? So reach through the fingers, sink it down, soften the shoulders. Strong warrior. Reversing that warrior, if you took the bind before and that's comfortable for you, take the bind. Right arm behind the back, left arm extends up, left arm extends over. Stretching through the left side body here again, finding your gaze that's comfortable in your neck. Keep that front or left knee bent. Press weight into the blade edge of the right foot. 3 breaths. On your next inhale, we'll find that peaceful warrior within us. So straighten that front knee, reach back with that left hand, deepen that stretch, bringing more air into the side body, into the intercostal and the lung. Deep breath, releasing it nice and slow. And returning nice and easy. Bend into that knee, find that Warrior Two, sink it down, release the upper body. Side angle. So again, forearm can rest lightly on that left thigh. Right arm lifts, right arm extends, right arm comes over, bicep by the ear. Again, roll the elbow back. And if it feels better in your body, I love it, take the half bind. Again, allow that hand behind the back to really open the upper body to the right. One more breath here. Good. Beginning to move into that triangle pose slowly. Straighten the left leg. Slide the left hand any amount down the shin or to a block inside the foot, or maybe you can reach all the way down to your mat, a place that you can sustain with a comfortable breath. Again, that half bind allows you to rotate the chest open just a little bit more. We're here for 3 breaths, so find a space that's comfortable for you. Nice and slow, let's return to our warrior 2. So lifting the torso, sliding the hand back up the leg, release the bind if you have it, bend into the left knee. Find your gaze, find your focus, find your breath. Hands will come to the waist. Straighten the left leg. Face the front of your mat, the wide edge of your mat. And again, earlier this week, we were all kind of like turned around. So you're allowed to face your camera here. Wide angle, forward fold. So hands resting on the waist, little bit bend into the knees, straight spine, keep it straight all the way down till you want to bend, and then just place the fingertips on your mat or on your block and release the head. Head hangs, shake the head out. Finding that downward dog position here in a wide angle. Again, maybe scoot the heels out just a bit. Walk the hands forward. Keep the hips right in its place. So we're only stretching the upper body from the tailbone through the fingertips. Head is right between the biceps. Neck right in line with the spine. Walking the hands back so that they're right underneath the shoulders. Take a bend into that right knee, nice and gentle, beginning to stretch the whole inner thigh on the left. Arms are nice and straight, spine is straight. Pick it back up to center and take it over to the left. So moving with your breath in a nice fluid motion back and forth. Working into the hip joints, into the groin, the inner thigh, and the glutes. The next time the right knee is bent, pause there. We're going to walk the hands towards that right foot as we spin both feet around, facing the top of the mat. And drop the knee down towards the mat, the left knee, untuck the toes. Again, using your blocks or your finger pads, lift the chest away from the thigh. Take in a breath. Let's flow it back to a half splits. Peel the hips back, lift the front toes. Find that stretch. Bring it back forward into your low lunge. Feel into the hip flexors on the left side. And then we'll flow this 3 more times. Just again, straightening that front leg, lifting the front toes, stretching long through the back body. Inhaling back, lifting the chest, low lunge. Couple more. Last one, we'll all meet in that low lunge position. You can stay right here, again, enjoying this stretch. If you want to bring the quad into it, again, just bend through that back knee, maybe reach for the back foot. Just take a breath. And we'll release that, both hands inside that front foot, press into the hands, lift the back knee, lift the back toes, and just pivot it back to the long edge of your mat. Good, hang in that forward fold. Left hand's underneath the face. We're gonna just press into that left palm, release the right arm out to the side and up towards the ceiling. Take a twirl through the wrists. Get some relief there. A little bit of blood flow. Make a fist, open your fingers wide. Maybe flick them. Circle the wrist one more time, opposite direction. And then we'll find that bind again, just again to utilize that to twist open to the side. Releasing that arm back to the ceiling, find that length, and slowly let the right arm come back down to the mat. Right hand replaces the left, either on a block or flat on your mat. Beautiful. Take in a full breath, gather that belly. Left arm out to the side and up, starting to revolve here to the left. Circle through the wrist. Flare the fingers, make a fist. Flare the fingers, make a fist. Flick the fingers as fast as you can. Then roll through the wrist the opposite way. And you can remain here with the arm extended or find that half bind. Again, allowing that to rotate the body to the left just a little bit more without any force. One more breath. Re-extend the arm. Reach like you could stack your shoulder tips on top of each other. And then slowly lower the left arm to meet the right. Release the head, release the shoulders, bend into the elbows like you could set the forearms onto the mat. Even though they may not be anywhere close, it's that feeling of letting the shoulders go. And then we'll use our hands here just to balance us as we bring some weight into the balls of the feet, lifting the heels up. You can bend the knees, just bring the weight into the balls of the feet. Dropping the heels, maybe lifting the toes, bringing the weight into the heels. And dropping the feet and heel toe, the feet to center, distance apart. One more long fold here. And then let's drop the knees to the mat, flipping over onto one hip so that we can swing the legs around and find our staff pose. I'll face this way. Good, staff pose. Rock on those hip bones. Stack through the spine. Lift the shoulders up to the ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades behind you. Take in a full breath. And let's drop the hands beside the outside of the hips. We'll walk those fingertips forward, keeping that nice straight spine, keeping the neck in line. Draw the belly in, might give you just a little more space. Flex through those feet, heels press down and away as you flare through the toes. And your gaze is over the toes, right? Heart is lifting up here. Take a full breath. Walking the hands back towards the hips. We'll use the fingers to gently pick up that right knee. Good. Snuggle in the right sole of the foot to the left thigh. Take your blanket or your block if you want some support on the outside of that right thigh. Again, maintain the structure of the spine. We're just going to take a twist to the right over that bent leg. So take a deep inhale. Take your torso over to the right. Again, you can secure your position with the hand on the knee or finger pads behind you. Press up, find some length here. Notice your breath. Notice your gaze, your drishti, how far back you can see. And then bring the head around first. Torso comes second. Again, the same. We're just going to walk the hands forward, keeping the spine nice and long. Options here with the arms. You can rest the palms gently beside the sides of the leg. You can crisscross at the wrist and hold on to the calf or the ankle. Again, that brings some more space between the shoulder blades. Use wherever you're holding onto the leg to draw that chest forward. Look at those spread toes. Exhale the air, soften through the shoulders. Finger pads back to the mat outside the leg. Walk yourself forward as we prepare for that full body stretch. Take as little or all, depending on how you feel this morning. So again, the right hand's going to plant behind us. We're going to press into that right palm as we shift the weight onto the right shin. Lift the hips. Take that left arm out, up, and over. Press through the left heel. Reach through the left fingers. Keep pressing in through the right palm. 3 breaths. Circle that arm back down as you begin to lower the hips. Both arms come across the body to the left side. Plant the finger pads. Take a bow to the left. Just nice little counter. Let the shoulders relax. And lift back. Seated staff pose. So again, we're gentle with that knee. Release the right leg long to meet the left. Give it a nice shake. Regather the upper body. The belly comes in. Shoulder blades back. Face soft. Using the hands to pick up the left knee. Hug it in. Take the left sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Again, stack through that spine. Squeeze through the shoulder blades. We're going to take that little counter twist first towards the bent knee. So again, gather the pelvis, gather the breath. On the exhale, rotate over to the left. Drop that back shoulder down. Eye muscles here. Find your gaze on this side. Allow the head to come back around first, then the torso. We'll plant the hands right outside the leg and just walk them forward. Again, maintaining connection in the sit bones, maintaining a nice straight spine. Layer those toes, press the heel down and away. Gaze over the toes here. Deep breath, draw the chest forward as you press maybe the palms into the mat, or if you took that other option of crisscrossing at the shin or the ankle, use that leverage to draw yourself forward. Breathe into the back body. One more round of breath here. Gently releasing those hands back to the mat. Walk the fingertips back towards you. Full body stretch on this side. Left hand swings behind you. Press into that palm. Shift the weight over into the left hip, left shin. Lift the hips. Allow the arm to circle down, around, and up. Press through that right heel, reach through those right fingers. One more full breath. And slowly lower. Counter stretch to the right, both hands outside of the right leg. Take a bow. Release back up. Gently draw the left knee in. Extend the left leg long beside the right. Give it one more of a little bit of a shake. Palms flat on the mat outside the legs. Just drag them back, resting on your forearms, your palms. Press into your elbows, coming into that modification here. Arch through the spine, head goes back, chest lifts, heart lifts. Release the jaw. And nice and slow, curl down so that you come to rest on your spine. Nice long stretch here. Fingers away from toes. Draw the knees into the chest. Hands rest lightly on top of the knees. Send the knees wide, right and left. Take some circles here as you press them down towards the back of your mat, rolling more onto that tailbone here, then squeezing them into the chest as you roll up the spine, out to the sides, down and around. Working through both hips, but at the same time, enjoy that nice little massage through the whole back. And reverse, send it the opposite way. And last one, knees into the chest. Give them a hug, squeeze in tight. Happy baby here. So open up. This is your squat on your back. So I didn't make us do squats while standing. So use this as the opportunity to get the same benefits. Knees go right and left like a big wide V. Slide the hands inside the legs. Reach for the ankle, blade edge of the foot, pant leg, or draw your forearm around the knee crease. Lift the soles of the feet to the ceiling. Bring the knees alongside the body. Tuck in the chin so we have length in the neck. And you can just stay here. You can rock. You can take a last stretch through the legs if that serves you. Just find any movement now. We begin to wind down our practice. Remember, whatever you do on one side, you have to do on the other, just to keep it all in symmetry. And then we'll bring the big toes together overhead so that the balls of the feet begin to come together as the feet lower down towards our hips. Maybe the heels come together as we release the feet to gravity, to the mat, to rest on the blade edge, coming into supine Baddha Konasana, recline cobbler. Again, grab blocks, anything that you need for the outer thighs. Hands rest to the belly and to the heart. Squeeze in those shoulder blades as you lift up the chest. Tuck in the chin as you lift up the head. Closing down your eyes here. Coming into that rhythmic breath that soothes the nervous system and quiets the mind. That breath where the exhales are twice as long as the inhales. A comfortable breath so that you're not fighting with that inhale or that exhale. And for me, that's a 3-6 count. But you find what works for you and notice that with every longer exhale, you allow the body to sink just a little bit more into the mat. You notice more of a quieting of the mind as your mind is tracing the breath and the breath counts. And just be here right now in this space, drawing in the breath for a count of 3 and out for the count of 6. In for 3 or whatever works for you, and slowly out for the count of 6. Five more just like this. Coming back to your own natural breath now. We'll slowly release the hands to the outside of the thighs. Use your breath, use your core. Draw the knees together. Bring them into the chest. Nice big hug, a hug so tight that the tailbone rounds up just a bit, stretching through the muscles in the low back. Release. Allow the knees to fall over to one side and press your way up into a comfortable seat. And as we arrive here again, shoulder tips up, shoulder tips back, exposing a beautiful heart space. Let's bring our hands to prayers right at that heart. Bow your chin to your chest. May we stay awake without burning out. May we stay soft without breaking. May we remember that this yoga practice is not avoidance. It's not sticking our head in the sand. It's preparation, not avoidance. It's preparing ourselves for the days and weeks to come, for the news, the weather, things outside of our control. We don't avoid them. We just prepare our hearts for them. Namaste.